Hello and welcome to my own Mother Earth Project experience. This has been a healing journey for me, and I'm honored to have you walk through the memories with me. Most of the stones I completed are pictured here. There are 33 in this image. I took this picture right after giving them one last spray of the protective sealant. And then, of course, all the stones had to be blessed one final time. They received one final blessing of love and hope before they were sent out into the world to ensure that they were fully charged for their mission of bringing love and hope into the world. A beloved friend took this stone to New York for me. It seemed very fitting to me that this is where the Phoenix stone needed to be. As a nation, as a people, with love and hope, I pray that we will rise up from the ashes, from the tears of yesterday. I pray that we will rise up and become a light in the darkness. This stone was a very precious delivery. Thank you to my beloved friend. My same friend had intended to take this dream stone to Canada, but it didn't work out. She felt bad about it, but I knew that simply meant that wasn't where the stone was meant to be. However, she did carry it to New York and close to Canada. It had been too cold and her family had decided not to go further north. But dreams are not meant to be cold. They're meant to be filled with the warm rays of the sun. This stone has not quite found its full purpose yet, but right now it's sitting in a pot of lavender near my front door and mailbox, holding the intention of bringing dreams of love and hope to my door so that I can put more of that out into the world. And I hope and pray that those blessings do come to pass. Blessed be. The first week of April, my family went to our secret vacation spot in northern Michigan. It's a sacred space for me, a place that I can breathe. The first stone I placed there said, "Just breathe," because it is a sacred place where I go when I need space to breathe. So I wanted to give that gift to another. The next stone I gave was a colorful rainbow stone with a quote by Zig Ziglar. "Make today worth remembering." We have many fond memories of this special place. It's a place where the simplest things become special. This stone, "Follow your heart and your soul." I knew I had to come to my sacred space because this is a space where I have a much easier time being connected to both my heart and my soul. Maybe part of it has to do with the proximity to the water, but there's just something magical about this area. And this tree was really cool. It looked like a fairy door. I hoped by leaving this stone here, it would help someone else to connect with the important parts within themselves. The last stone I left up north was Serenity. Of course, my first son had to approve of the location. The cabin we rent has a little boathouse, which is actually just a tiny little building built up on the shore overlooking the water. It makes it seem like you're on a boat, but you're really on dry land. I love this place. I sit out there for hours, reading, meditating, resting, writing. It's an amazing little place, and it's given me so much serenity. So I had to give some back, of course, with a little added love and hope. After we returned home from up north, unfortunately my illness took me down for a few weeks. But I really wanted to deliver all my stones by the end of April. So, the majority of them were delivered on Easter Sunday. Thankfully, my husband and son helped me out that day. We started at the high school. This one was left outside one of the main doors. This one we left near where the teachers park. This one we left near the band, choir, performing arts door. And then we headed off to a local park where I looked very much like the Easter Bunny walking around with my basket full of painted rocks. At the Wall of Honor, we left an honor stone. Choose Joy fit perfectly in a giant tree nearby. My wish stone I placed in one of the many wooden statues in this park. This one is a crane. which I vaguely remembered at the time being a messenger to heaven, and I was right. I looked it up later. Actually, cranes are considered a messenger of God. There is a reason I stop by this memorial every time my legs will allow me to get this far into the park. There is a reason that a couple of my stones include semicolons. This is a serious, special, and sensitive topic to me. If you're trying and you feel like you can't hold on anymore, please don't ever give up. I know that it can be hard to believe that every tear falls down for a reason. But please believe that you are worthy. You are enough. If you or someone you know needs help, please call 1-800-SUICIDE. This one I knew where it went as soon as I was done painting it. This is a memorial for a young woman who died by suicide in 2011. The plaque reads as follows: in memory of Taylor Elizabeth Smith, 1996 to 2011. When you're feeling shattered in a million little pieces and you're trying but you can't hold on anymore, every tear falls down for a reason. Don't you stop believing in yourself. If you need help, call 1-800-SUICIDE. On a lighter note, this blessed stone my son chose to place on this bobcat and eagle statue. I tried to include the credit plaques for the statues where I can. I think I might have missed a couple pictures though. This is one of the love stones I created. I was attempting to learn how to paint paisley, actually. This is one of those times where I learned that even though what I intended didn't quite work out, the final product still came out okay in the end. I left it on the steps of the gazebo. And then it was time to take a quick rest and take a breath. But we weren't done yet. This one was the only Easter egg one I made, and it just seemed fitting for it to go on the cardinal statue. Cardinals are signs from a special loved one in heaven, and it was a way to honor her that day. This cool little rock I made with Sharpies and wasn't sure where I was going to put it until my husband found this perfect statue. This next rock is actually made with a temporary tattoo, and it looks like a golden sun with a silver sun inside of it. I put it on my favorite statue in the park, a Native American woman with an eagle flying over her head. This is one of those semicolon rocks I mentioned earlier. I left this one on a table by the river. I left this one on a table by the river too. The unicorn on this one is also a tattoo, and I really like this saying, so I wanted to leave it in a unique place. This is a real old millstone from this area. Another tattoo, but looks like a real butterfly. I knew exactly where I wanted this cool little stone to go, and by this time I was getting very, very, very tired. Choose kindness. I can't tell you where I placed this stone. But I will say that it was somewhere that I had witnessed showing unkindness in recent weeks. They needed a message. This stone I made specifically for a theater in town because it is called the sun. So of course, the more the sun glows its vibrant energy in our town, the better it is for everyone, right? And they just happened to be showing Captain Marvel at that time, which is just awesome. This cute little love stone was delivered to a loved one. This stone was also delivered to a loved one, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get a picture of where I was leaving it. So this pic was taken in the car. A few weeks ago, my husband gave me this mug he had made to commemorate my special project. It's very cool, very sweet. Many thanks to my thoughtful husband. There are a couple rocks left that I don't have pictures of where I placed them, but my son took pictures of all of them before I gave them away. This one was a water protector stone. It was first painted a while ago. I had been praying for the water protectors who are protecting their lands. Then a herd of buffalo and a wild eagle showed up. The eagle was letting people pet it, a wild eagle. Then those who should have been good guys began shooting people. It broke my heart, and I had to pull my awareness away. But I painted this rock. I looked up an image on Google and painted the rock to represent the image. The gold heart would be where the people were, with the silver and gold dots being the people. I prayed for their safety and blessings for them and their sacred duty. I heard less about bad things happening there. Then I decided to add this stone to the Mother Earth project. I added the sigil to the back for love and hope, and then I signed the back with love from Mother Earth. It was one of the stones that I took to the park that day for Easter Sunday. My husband placed it in the water for me in the Grand River, but before he did, I said a special prayer using the Grand River as a conduit for the Great Lakes, the waters of Flint, and the waters being protected by my sacred brothers and sisters. It was my intention to heal the waters of our nation. However, even though that stone was in the water, it was actually found quite quickly. The prayer was said, though. Maybe you can add your own prayers to mine and give it more power, for love and for hope. This little one we drove out to my grandma's house on Easter Sunday. On the back it says, "I see your beauty." Get it? Because she has a third eye opened? She also has glow-in-the-dark hair. This one I purposely made for myself under the guidance of my own spirit helpers. While the Mother Earth Project is about giving to others, I certainly do have that area covered. If you followed my blog, then you know the significance of this stone. The short story, if you give all your hope away to everyone else, you've got to allow someone to give it back to you, or else you're going to be all tapped out. This one is both a frog and a manta ray, given to my husband for the special abilities of both animals. This stone was also given to a loved one. This peace stone is on my mother-in-law's gravestone. I do have a picture, but not to share. This was actually the first stone I placed. It was at the Howell, Michigan Opera House. I didn't get a picture because I had to be quick and I had to be sneaky. I hope you enjoyed my journey. Thank you for joining me. I wish you blessings of love and hope for your own journey.